Oh no. Come back on, come back on. I don't know what happened.
We're back.
I'm back. I don't
We
know what
we
happened.
we talked too long.
No,
I think Zoom said that was enough.
I know. I was like, that's enough, you two. But okay, so you were saying that you were thinking about doing more
We'll do more
events,
events throughout
like
2024.
every month or every other month.
Probably, yeah. I mean, we'll see. Every other
Mhm.
month, probably. You never know. Just stay tuned on Instagram and go to our website and sign up for the caucus brief, and then you will know about all of the things that are coming.
Right. So now, when you look forward to 2024, because we're almost at the end of January.
January is done.
Oh, like, didn't it just, weren't we just celebrate New Year's Day? Um, when you look forward to the next 11 months, what are you seeing for the store and for you in this role, one as being a board member for PCA?
Well, hopefully continued success. As we continue to grow. For me and Georgetown Tobacco, social media is new to
Mhm,
us. I mean, I just started a year ago,
mhm,
literally, and learning how to make a reel and how to, and really continue to grow the audience.
mhm,
And so that's important to us. We do mail order, so we can ship anywhere in the United States. So being able to grow that part of the business.
mhm,
And of course, I love being in the store and just the same conversation we're having today could be just like the conversation that we're having in the store.
mhm.
And I love that. And of course, for PCA, 2023 was a banner year in terms of wins
Yes.
against
Yes.
the FDA, legislation, regulation, taxation. FDA is appealing that decision.
Of
And of
course.
course, in every state and the District of Columbia, there's always the threat of additional taxation, regulation. And so being a part of that effort to fight that, it's never going to stop.
Mhm,
And so I'm really honored to be a part of that and help represent retailers around the country as a part of that on the PCA board. The trade show is going to be amazing. It's in March this year.
mhm,
That's the first time. It's always been in the summer months. It's always been in July or August.
mhm.
And after many years of retailer requests, we've now moved the show to March.
Now,
So
why? Why move
it,
it?
the biggest part is it's about seasonality. I mean,
Okay.
for some parts of the country, there isn't as much of a factor, but like here on the East Coast in the
Mhm,
winter time, people aren't necessarily smoking as much as they are when it's warmer out and you can be outside and you're golfing or you're with your friends. So to be able to make those selections, understand what's new to the market in March,
mhm,
so that it's showing up in the stores April, May, June,
mhm.
when there are more people in the store or in the lounge, will hopefully make a big difference for us. The gearing up for the Christmas season,
Mhm,
the retail has changed. Brick and mortar retail has changed. That's
mhm.
not like it used to be because of the internet. And
Right.
so the timing of being able to get the merchandise in the store earlier, we hope will make a difference for all of
Mhm.
us and for customers. When you're excited and you're getting out and it's warm out and you're going, then we are able to bring in new things to kind of time with that. I think it'll be great.
Now, do you have, like, for me, I have like favorites that I like to smoke in different seasons.
Mm.
Do you find that being in retail, do you find that you sell more of something in the summer months than you would in the winter months?
Say the biggest difference is probably size.
Okay.
That in winter months, people are looking for a shorter cigar,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, you're just not, and so in the summer months, again, the golf course is a big part of it. Churchill's, I think we probably sell more bigger format
Mm-hmm.
cigars in the summer months than we do in the winter. But
Mm-hmm.
in terms of brands or blends, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say, I think pipe smokers, there's more interest of the casual pipe smoker
Mm-hmm.
in that sort of fall, winter. It's that romanticism of light the fire, light your pipe. I know
Right.
I do it every fall. I'm like, okay, I'm more mature now. I'm going to enjoy smoking a pipe. And I do enjoy it, but I ultimately come back to the ease of cutting, lighting, smoking a cigar. I don't
Yeah,
have the temperament for the very hands-on,
right.
you know,
Yeah, because you gotta put it in.
there's
You
the
gotta
whole, it's
do.
a whole thing. And I
It's
get
like
it and I enjoy
right,
it
exactly,
because it's a
because
lot
pipe
easier.
smokers say just like cigar smokers, it's about the process. It's about
Mhm.
the relaxation of, choosing what you're going to put in the pipe and
Yeah.
lighting it, and I'm like, yeah, but it seems more like work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although lighting cigars sometimes can be work. I mean, if you get the one that has a hard draw to it, and you know, if you're outside and it's too
Mm.
damp or it's too humid or it just rained, and
Or
so you
cold.
do.
I think that's why I'm having a little challenge keeping this one lit. It's cold down here where I am,
Okay,
and I think that's causing me a little heartache.
a little. But you're so right, because if I am in my house and I'm smoking, if I have not turned on the fireplace, or heated up the space, I find that my cigar goes out. And first I thought
Mm.
it was me. So then
Mhm.
I'm deep diving into why my cigar not staying
Yep.
lit, and what am I doing wrong? And I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, everything is right. 68% humidity. I rotate them every 6 months. Like I'm all into it. And then I found that when I went in the car, because sometimes I will smoke in the car only
Mhm.
because I have a moon roof, so the whole thing slides back,
Nice.
that it was cold and I couldn't keep it lit. And I'm like, oh, is it because it's cold in the house?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You have to be careful. We have, customers today when they're leaving the store with cigars, I always ask them if they have like an inside jacket pocket
Hmm.
because it's a shock. Last week it was what, 15 degrees here during the day. I mean,
Yes.
like we have to, these are from hot tropical places. They like to stay that way,
Right. Right.
so we have to protect them
So if someone new comes into your store, right?
every day. Happens every
Um,
day.
do you like walk them through the entire process, buying it, what they like, what questions do you ask, or do you let them wander first and
It,
then?
it depends on the person. I mean,
Mhm,
ultimately you're taking guidance from them, but especially with somebody that's new, it's an amazing opportunity to teach. That's what we are. I think a tobacconist is an educator.
mhm,
And so to really take someone through a few options of what we think would be a good cigar for them to start with,
mhm.
and then they make their choice based on now they're a little more educated and informed. They'll choose one and I'll say, now, are you going to smoke this today? Would you
Okay.
like me to cut this for you? Or would you like to get a cutter? And then, and if they say, no, you please cut it for me, then I would teach them and I show them the seam on the cap and here's why. And if
Mhm,
you don't do that, it'll unravel. And then we talk a little bit about lighting. And then we also have a YouTube channel. So I've made some of those videos too. So I make sure I turn people on to that, like how to cut, how to light, how to
mhm,
select a humidor. So if they want to learn, they're like you and they want to learn more,
mhm,
please come in the store. We love having those conversations.
mhm,
But if you don't have the opportunity to come in the store, we try to create that experience of being inside Georgetown Tobacco online.
mhm.
Not easy, but we
So
try.
right. So you say you're not you can't sit down in your store, but
Can't.
can they smoke in your store while they're
Yes.
wandering around,
Yes. Yes.
or is
Yes.
that like,
Yeah.
no, you can't
Oh,
do that?
absolutely. Come smoke, lean, talk, let's hang out, look
Hmm.
around. 100%. We just
Okay.
don't have seating.
Okay. So like in the summertime, do you get a lot of people coming in? I know, DC is such a hub during the summertime, and cherry blossoms is about to start
Mhm.
happening. Do you get a lot of people that said, like you said earlier, their first stop is Georgetown? But
Yeah.
is that like, are you a destination? Like,
Yes.
are you a destination shop now?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's 60 years. We celebrate our 60th anniversary in March.
Hmm.
And you'll come in and you'll
Yes.
see it is a very, very unique store.
Hmm.
And I hope that you'll find that same experience is something that you want to come back to.
So are you going to, since it's going to be 60 years, are you all doing something
We'll
to
do
celebrate that?
something. We will do something or many somethings.
Okay.
for
Like
sure.
60 days of something? I don't know. I don't 60 days is a whole lot, but
That's a lot. That's a lot. We'll see. We will see. Um, yeah. To to be determined.
so the owner, you said,
Hmm.
he comes in every day
6 days a
or
week.
six days a week. So is he there from the time that you all open to the time you close, or does he do like the pop in just to check in or?
No, he's not a pop in. I mean, he is very, very, very much running the company.
Mm-hmm,
So I'd say he's more of a night owl than some people. So he's more of the like 11. We open at 11. We're open
mm-hmm,
11 to 6 Monday through Thursday, 11 to 7 Friday, Saturday, 12 to 6 on Sunday.
mm-hmm.
So he's generally there. If you're there on a Monday
Wow.
through Saturday, he's there.
Mm-hmm,
Now he may not be on the floor. He may be upstairs. I mean, there's a lot of administrative work that goes into running the company too.
mm-hmm.
And he handles all of that. So
Wow. So when was it your intention to be with Georgetown this long? But
no,
was that
I
like,
did.
or did you said you were working there part-time? Did you start part-time and move into this or?
I was still in college when I started in
Mhm,
96. I had been waiting tables and at a restaurant called Nathan's, which a lot of people remember was on the corner of M in Wisconsin, right next to the store.
mhm,
David was a regular customer, and he and I really established a good rapport. And it was during the cigar boom. And he said, "Why
mhm,
don't you come work for me?" And I did. And that, you know, it was insane during the cigar boom. I mean,
mhm.
literally, we had to have a security guard line out the door. It,
Wow.
it was wild and
Wow.
fun. Um, but that when I talked to earlier about whether it's a guy coming in off the street for, a $2 cigar, at the time we had 99-cent cigars,
Wow.
or some celebrity coming in or somebody
Mhm,
else who's interested in DuPont and Ellie Bleu. And it, th- having that variety, I absolutely fell in love with that. And watching David, who was running at the time, we had another store in Tyson's Corner. We had an international mail order division, the flagship store on M Street. He's running this big company and he's just as concerned about making sure that the sidewalk gets swept.
mhm,
I mean, that attention to detail really changed the trajectory of my career. I mean, I was going to
mhm,
be Secretary of State. And then I'm like, no, you know what? This is for me. Then I
mhm.
fell in love and I got married and I moved to California, which set me on a different path, which I
Okay.
also enjoyed, and,
Mhm,
and so I got into selling tech into hospitality and running large sales teams,
mhm,
which was amazing. But at the end of the day in 2021 with the pandemic, my position was eliminated
mhm,
and I had a choice. I could go get another great sales leadership role in any number of companies,
mhm.
but nothing has made me as happy as Georgetown Tobacco
Wow.
ever. So if you're
Wow.
going to work, I'm the kind of person, I'm going to work 60, 80 hours a week, regardless of what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Why not be happy?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So the paycheck's not the same,
Mhm.
but I don't ever not want to go to work in the morning.
Wow.
And I don't ever have a Sunday night where I'm dreading Monday morning.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people will relate to that feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very grateful that I will not have to feel that again.
Wow. And that's a testament to him as well, because he
100%.
created that environment that you wanted to go back to that. It wasn't
He's
like,
a
oh, I don't
Yeah,
have a choice. I'm
no.
gonna have to go back there,
He's a very special person and
Wow.
and in
Wow.
the
Now I know you
industry
have your
very
little
respected.
Georgetown mascot, the dog.
Ava. So Ava's my dog. Yeah, so that's probably the other beauty of my job and David is that I'm allowed to bring my dog with me to work,
Mhm.
which is huge. And she greets every customer.
Mhm.
And she's very sweet. And, it's great for people who, a lot of times you'll have people come in where, one person is really interested in the cigars or the store, and then maybe someone else they're with isn't a smoker and they're just, so they get to spend time with Ava, frees up time for, there are other
Right.
people to look to shop. Um, so yeah, she's fun.
That is so precious. Every time I was like, oh, there's the mascot. So when you think about um the whole industry as a whole, because it is changing a lot, do you what do you foresee for the cigar industry? I mean, as you said, I mean, PCA, we won a huge I don't know if you want to say settlement or case. I don't know how.
It's technically it's a case, but it's a
Okay.
battle. We won a battle, huge battle with the
Right.
FDA, but
And
it's not
and
done.
but what do you say to people that say, well, it's just like cigarettes?
Oh, well, we need another 30-minute show. You know, um,
You
it
should, well, or say to people that say you should abide by the same rules that the cigarette people have.
let's talk through what it takes to make a handmade premium cigar, who they're enjoyed by, which is adults.
Hmm.
The average, first time that somebody's smoking a premium cigar is when they're in their 30s.
Hmm.
This is not something that is marketed or appealed to kids. I was at a meeting on Capitol Hill several months ago, actually, with Carlito Fuente was there, and of course PCA, and there's a Congressional Cigar Caucus, where there's a representative muser from Pennsylvania was chairing this, sort of seminar on premium cigars for congressional members.
Hmm.
And he said, there isn't any eighth grader running into the bathroom to smoke a Fuente.
Right.
A- It, that's the truth.
It is
That's
that.
the truth.
Right.
And this is something, it's not a habit, it's a comfort,
Hmm. Hmm.
you know?
I like that. It's not a habit, it's a comfort.
Yeah.
And and I feel that everyone, because like I said, I only been doing it for 2.5 years. People will say to me, I can't believe that you're smoking cigars. And I'm like, okay, well, you can't believe it, that's fine. But what do you do to relax? What do you do
Hmm.
to enjoy yourself? What do you do, and they'll say, oh, well, I'll have a cigarette and a beer. Oh, okay. So I feel like the cigar smokers are getting the same type of pushback that cigarette smokers get. And when you try to educate people on the cigar industry, um, it's almost like they don't want to hear it.
Hmm.
And that's probably why I became such a cigar nerd, because it's like we are smoking a natural product. It's natural. It's grown. It's nothing is added to it. It is dried, is fermented, all natural. It's not going through a machine, you know, down in Richmond,
Right.
and being mass produced. And I think that's a thing too, because cigars are not really mass produced, are they?
No, not at all. This is a handmade premium product. There is so much time. I mean, you looked at those Instagram reels, that tobacco farm that I was on, that tobacco that was in the field, the beautiful green leaves, they're the earliest that those plants are going to get smoked is 2030.
That is
I mean, it's
that's
so,
so amazing to
yeah.
me.
I think, some of the biggest opportunities where I get it. So I was excited when you invited me to join your show. I think we need a lot more women smokers.
Yes.
Let's educate more women to the relaxation and the enjoyment that comes from a premium cigar. Um, that's something that I hope to see. And it is, I mean, I see it. That's happening.
Hmm.
But there's certainly a lot more opportunity for that. This is not the realm of men.
Right.
It's for
Now,
everybody to enjoy.
speaking of men, because you are a female tobacconist, when men come into your store, do you get the, oh, you do you really know what you're talking about? Because a
Yeah,
lot of men, when you think about it, a lot of men still have that preconceived notion that women don't know what they're talking about when it comes to cigars.
not anymore. It's interesting. I talk about that with there's some younger women in the industry that I hope to, mentor. Um, when I was younger, I did, especially I'd go to cut a customer's cigar and they'd kind of look at me like, do you know what you're doing?
Hmm.
Which was fair, right? I mean, somebody's been smoking for longer than I've been alive.
Hmm.
You are going to know more. But
Hmm.
when you work in a store 8 hours a day, every day, and you're cutting hundreds of cigars a day, you do learn a lot. I don't get that anymore. I think
Hmm.
there's you could probably tell. I mean, just talking with me for a few minutes, you can appreciate the fact that this is something that I love
Mm-hmm.
and I'm passionate about, that I'm very educated in, and I love to share that with
Mm-hmm.
people.
Now you said that you all do mail orders as well.
Yeah.
So is the mail order for like specific rare finds, or is it the same stock that you have in the store that
Same
you're
thing we
just that
have in
people
the
that can't
store.
get there?
Yep, same thing that we have in the store. So there will be things that come, like for example, an Opus X, you're never going to find on our website because we limit them to 2 cigars per person,
Mm,
when they come. Things, so something like that
okay.
is really going to be in the store.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really the only thing that I can think of that's like that. Everything else is on the website. Even limited edition, like Davidoff does special limited editions. They're on our website.
Mm-hmm.
That dragon lighter that you talked about from DuPont, we have one.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the website and it's in the store. And
Mm-hmm.
when it sells, regardless of where it sells, then it obviously won't be on the shelf and it won't be on the website anymore. So there, we try to have as much breadth online
Mm-hmm.
as possible. Again,
Okay.
so that you have that same experience of someone who comes in the store, but you can get that online.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I've had such a ball talking to you today, and it is, I, one, I love speaking to women that's in the industry, and two, the bonus for me was to find out that you were on the board of the PCA.
Mm.
So it's like, what? I mean, that is just like so phenomenal. That now was when you got on the board, is there like a vetting process that you have to go through?
It was a national election. So the I was on a ballot, and like I said, I'm very, very grateful and very fortunate to the retailers who voted me onto the board. There are 5 other women on the board. It is a
Wow.
strong, I mean, there is a strong woman presence there. We've actually started a group called Women of PCA,
Mm-hmm.
to help support and network with other women working in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that I'm excited about, that I know will continue to grow over time.
Wow.
And yeah, it's very, very rewarding. What the Premium Cigar Association does to support retailers, to protect our rights as retailers, and of course as consumers, is absolutely incredible. The work on
Mhm.
the Hill that is done, and it's exciting to be a part of that.
Wow. Well, again, congratulations on that. I cannot wait to come to
I
Georgetown.
can't wait to have you
I
come.
I'm just gonna. I told you I'm gonna be like The Price is Right. Like I won't have one a thing, but it's like winning the time of just being in such a distinguished establishment that has literally stood
The test of time.
the test of time.
Yeah.
It's priceless, and
Thank you
those
very
are the type of
much.
things that I love to
Well, reserve
do.
your judgment till you come in. You know,
Listen, I already know I'm gonna love it. I already know I'm gonna love it. I Here's how I know I'm gonna love it and why I'm so excited to come, because I'm trying to find the right outfit to wear. Like I can't just come up in there in any old thing. Like it has to be special. I have to be
Oh
special
my
when I step up in
gosh.
there. So yeah, I might drag out the really nice dress.
I might be wearing Ugg boots. So,
But see, but because you're there all the time. For me, when I go to a space that I say is special, I feel like I have to dress special. So
I like that.
plus I'm just extra.
I love it. I love it.
So I think so. So give us your Instagram is
Georgetown Tobacco,
Georgetown Tobacco, and you have the newsletter, the caucus,
Caucus Brief. So if
and
you go
they
to GT, to our website is www.gttobacco.com.
okay.
So that's where you can sign up for the newsletter. Instagram is at Georgetown Tobacco. YouTube is at Georgetown Tobacco. I'll be honest, I haven't been really great about updating Facebook as
Mm-hmm.
much. We have a
Mm-hmm.
lot more engagement on Instagram.
All you have to do is just connect the two, and
Yeah, I haven't.
it'll post when you post to Instagram.
When you come to the store,
I'll show you how to do it.
you can show me how to do that. That'd be great. That'd be great.
So I
Or
think
help me find an intern.
yes. Well, there you go. I mean, mine can be on loan too. I just loan them out to whoever needs help.
Okay. All right. We'll work something out. I have some Lanceros. we could work something out.
There you go. See, you had me at Lancero. Well, thank
Okay.
you for joining me today. I hope it's supposed to warm up. It's going to be almost 70 degrees on Friday.
But
So,
raining.
I mean, pneumonia weather, like my
Take
mother
it.
would say, pneumonia weather. Dress up.
Take it.
Don't take off your t-shirt or your sweater yet. Just keep on wearing it until April 1st. So that's what I do.
She's a smart lady. Love
So
that.
thank you for joining
Thank
me
you so
today.
much.
And
This
I
has
hope
really
you
been
have
fun.
a fabulous rest of your Wednesday. And we will be in contact with each other because I'm going to
Love
let
it.
you know when I'm coming up there after I find my right outfit.
Thank you so much. I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.